Good morning, guys. Let me share my screen. I'm going to post the links here. Just 1 second. Let me get the links. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm posting links because they've all been updated. I want you guys, the first order of business is to update the indicators. Some very, very cool stuff changed. Hey, Peter, good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, let's see. People are coming into the room. Okay. Let me see if I can get everybody in there. Get into the final Zoom of the week. New stuff to tell you. Just making sure that anybody who's in the room today comes in. Oh, wait a second, let me post over here. Okay. Awesome. Juan, good morning. All right, guys. Hi, how you doing? Okay, so first of all, first order of business. Sign out, then sign back in, and hit these links, or hit those links. Let me show this to you. Hit the 2 links that you already have, and re-add them to your favorites. Just oh no, I'm sorry. I'm giving you all the wrong advice. Sorry, guys. Sign out, sign in. If you already have these links, obviously they're going to just update. If you don't have those links, then actually click them. If you just click them, all if you don't have these indicators, fade, move, trade, trend trade, then click them. If you already have them, sign in, sign out, and then reapply them to your chart. Because what's going to happen, and let's make sure everybody does this and make sure that there's no problems. What's going to happen is once you sign in, sign out, and reapply them to your chart, you should be looking at the 2 indicators that say the following: fade max filters, trend fade max filter. That should be your look. Okay. Now I have a sell signal on this thing, which I'm actually going to just probably do just for the fun of it. I'm sold on. Oh, I can't do this on my account. Damn it. Trying to sell it at. I sold it at 705. A little bit late. I should have sold it much higher, but I just sold it off this high signal. I'll explain to you why. We'll see if this works. I should have sold it all the way up here. So I might get stuffed on this trade, but let's give it a play here. I'm in right now. I'll explain to you why this is actually a wrong trade. I'm sorry. This I should never take this trade. Now I'm going to probably pay the price for it. This is I am making a mistake, but I kind of got greedy. All right. I'm just going to kill this for plus 2. It's a wrong trade. Sorry. Never mind. This signal is going to go away in the new version, which I will have for you guys on Monday. But it is interesting nevertheless. It may play itself out here just because it's the morning spike, but it's not the legitimate signal that I want. I'm going to show you why this new structure is just so much better in just a minute. But first of all, matter of fact, you know what? I'm actually watching this. If this thing closes through the high, through this signal, it's not any kind of my setups, but I would really like that trade, and I'll buy it. If they're gonna hold the highs on this move, I will chase it. Let's see. All right, I'm chasing it just for fun, for like 5 points, because I think it's a big momentum move. Ooh, that was super close. How close was that? Ooh, that was just super close. Okay. What's my TP? 17? All right, maybe we'll make, let's see if I, maybe I'll make it 4. You see that I'm just fooling around on Friday Open. Not a setup, just me chasing big breakouts, which probably I'm going to pay the price for, which I think I am going to. Really, really dumb. Okay. Nah, that was stupid. That was stupid. That was just that was the absolute fake out move here on the morning. But let's see. I'm gonna let this candle complete, but I think it looks very, very bad. Looks like they just faded the morning rally. Yeah, okay, I'm out of it. It was a dumbass trade. I'm gonna watch this candle though, and if this trend buy does hold, it needs to hold. I will then go trade it, because that's actually a legitimate trade. No, okay. I want it to be green. No. Let's see. Yeah, maybe. Okay, I'll play it. Again, still not a setup of mine. I'm just fooling around because I'm just, trying to take trades in the morning. But maybe I think this one should probably work for us. There we go. It does work a little bit. I'll tell you why I would not take this trade in just 1 second. Because there is one canceling factor on this particular trade that makes it less of a probability than we like to have it. I'm just watching this. Okay. All right. So that was at least that trade worked. Okay. Let me explain to you kind of like the whole idea, first of all. What this new variance of these indicators do is they can suppress the signals to just now okay. I'm going to be inveterately chasing this. I really do think that if we start breaking out above this, these high, like we got to hold the highs. I'm really going to be patient and just see if the candle can hold the highs. And if it does, again, not a trade of ours, but it's a nice chase trade. So I'm happy to do it if it happens. And then I'll get into like all the things that we changed around. So let me see if this actually can hold the 13s, 14s. What's the high on this? Yeah, it's around 12. So this can, oh yeah, look at that. Really, really big breakout. Okay, let's see if we can hold it. Okay, I'm gonna chase this. Again, chase trade, just to see on the idea that, we hit new highs, we should be able to break out to looking for 22 on this. Let's see if I can make it. How high did it go? 21. Just missed my move. Okay, let's give it a shot. Super extended, completely out of character for us, and all horrible prices. The basic idea here is it's just, that we have momentum, market opening momentum that's going to try and push us higher. Let's see if that's true. That's really all I'm trading right now. putting myself at very bad prices and very bad entries just to see if they, if we get that continuation follow through here on the open. There we go. All right. So again, guys, I'm just fooling around. There's none of this is setup trades. Just fooling around in the open. Hope you had fun with that. Just because it's Friday open, why not? And there was a method to this madness, although it was a totally mad trade. It was it was completely out of character for what we're supposed to do. Anyways, let's stop right now. Did a few trades. Just wanted to get you guys loosened up and organized. Anybody follow me today? There was, if you did, it was at your own peril. But I hope you had fun. So let me share with you. First of all, does everybody have this new configuration? Just say trend buy, low, high on the charts when you apply both the trend fade and fade fade. Let's make sure everybody is in sync on that. Are we all good on that? Yeah. Why did you get -10? I only had one losing trade. All the other trades were winning. Okay, I guess you went your own way. Okay. Everybody has the right charts, right? Everything looks good. Let's make sure everybody's got them. All right. So looking at the and now we're really starting to break out. Now it's really starting to take off. Looking at the trades here. It has one additional variable here called max signals per cycle. And by default, I have suppressed it to just one signal. Now, I'm not using Heikin Ashi today. I'm using regular candles just because I want everybody to just. I think Heikin Ashi is going to be a little bit too confusing for people when I try to explain all this stuff. So let's just stay on regular candles. Because one of the problems with Heikin Ashi, as I'm trying to explain it, is the Heikin Ashi prices are not real. They're not real market prices. So when you're running an algo, you can run an algo against it because they're close enough to market prices. But if I'm running, a live trading session right now, my execution is going to be different for what the chart is showing. So I don't want to confuse Jonathan. So let's just stick to regular candles because I want to see it doesn't really much matter one way or the other. Heikin actually looks a lot nicer on this, but both virtually, every one of these signals is virtually the same on both charts. So they work well. It's just that this gives you complete synchronization with market prices. All right. Does that make sense, Jonathan? Anyways, this has a max signals per cycle, which I've suppressed to 1. Because remember, I kept telling you, as long as you trade the first signal in the cycle, your probability should be between 70 to 80%. You're in that sweet zone of profit. It's like, especially if we trade, like, let's say a 1 to 2, because with this, if you only limit yourself to the first signal, you don't need nearly as wide a stop, as nearly as much of a berth as if you took multiple signals, because the more the signal you take, the more room you have to give it to work itself out. Okay, so is that clear? Does everybody everybody sees that I've suppressed it to just one signal? So if you suppress it to one signal, you basically have winner, 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 loser. So 3 out of 4, right? Let's forget the lows and highs for right now, because I'm going to get into them later. Let's just look at the trend signals, and then a winner, because you're selling over here this is all with a 5-10 structure, meaning 10 stop, 5 target. Boom, winner. So you're really, so now you are 4 out of 5. You're in that 70, you're in the 80 zone. And remember, this is a break even of 66. So, you're in really, really good shape. Yes, this is another winner. So you really 5 out of 6. But I wouldn't take this trade, just as I would not take this low trade. And I'll explain to you why in just 1 second. They're going to disappear off the charts. They're not going to be on the charts in the future versions of this segment, for one very simple but very, very important reason. The whole premise, everything we do when we're doing it, properly, is we trade trend early. That's really all we do. We put that. That's we define trend as a double filter, meaning it's got to be green and it's got to be above the long-term trend, right? Long-term trend tells us the bias, and the green tells us the short-term configuration in our direction. So we get both of those things working in our direction. We're in good shape. Long-term, price is underneath the long-term, bias is red. Everything is in our shape. We take the first signal. We have very, very high probability. So the indecision, or let's say the loss of confidence, comes in when price still is, when the moving average trend is still above the long-term trend, but price is below, right? When price somehow pierces this Maginot line, this critical line between buyers and sellers. And when price pierces, the probability that this is a buy at this point, like in other words, the probability that this is a buy is pretty good over here. The probability that it's a buy over here because this candle has touched the 200 SMA is much worse. So it actually, in the future versions of this, if the candle in any way, shape, or form touches the moving average, this is to the low side, it wouldn't appear. The same way when you're looking at the trend candles, if the trend signal was over here and the low never touched the moving average, that would have been a good signal. But here, it's problematic. Now today, here it works out. The point is, it's not like it doesn't work out. But the problem is, and the very, very big problem, is that especially in very, very tight environments. I'm just trying to find this for you guys. Actually, I'm finding every incidence of where this is working fine, and none of it really matters. But I'm still trying to. Sorry, I'm just trying to find where the problem is that we had. I can't, the thing is, okay. Nah, you know what, honestly, here, the thing is that, yes, there's lots and lots of examples where it works fine. The point being is that I'm just trying to, okay, even over here, this trend buy, which is underneath here, works fine, but it's a risk that I sort of don't need to take, because right over here I get another trend signal, which is a much cleaner, better signal, to the upside. This low, if I bought this low because this is still an uptrend, I'm basically buying the low, and I'm fading the sell-off in the uptrend. Also worked well, but that's because I think yesterday was kind of a unique day where you really could have faded the lows super well. Let me just do a random chart, because I know I saw a million examples of this where I just wanted to make sure that that it didn't happen. Okay, let me see if I can find you. Jesus. Okay, I feel like an idiot. There was a million examples of this. Maybe it was in Heikinashi, maybe that's why I got confused. But I guess on the regular candles, I'll tell you what. What we'll do is we'll make this a true false signal, so you can choose to apply it and give yourself a stronger filter or not. I mean, it's a minor thing. The really big innovation, the really strong element of success in most of this stuff, as you can see, is the fact that you are trading only the first signal in a minor trend with a major trend. And when you do that, you don't really have to do much to win. You win here, even though this kind of retraces, you're selling 82. Remember, you're looking just for 5. What is this? Sorry, this is 179. And what does that go down to? Yeah, I mean, this is just massive. This works to the downside. Even this trade, which looks like it would have stopped you out, you're coming in at 44, and the absolute low here is 15. So these are huge candles. You would have made money on all of them. You would winner here, winner here, winner here, winner here, winner here. Maybe you got stopped out on the retrace here. Let me see. So you came in at, was that 59? Yeah, you got stopped out here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 6, which is really where you want to be. You totally want to be at 5 out of 6. And then if you keep on going for the rest of the day here, this is just a random day that I picked. What was this? This is 20, and then it goes all the way down. Yeah, I mean 7. I think this trade over here was what, 69, and that comes down to 68, 9. Like you're talking about like literally 8 out of 9 winners by 1400. This is just I literally picked the day out of random. What is it, 12th of May? That's really the big essence. The big essence is just taking the one single trade in the structure when it happens, and the other are the high low. Same. I'm sorry. I don't mean the high low. Yeah. So in other words, how like I had the fade signals in the original version, it just said fade sell, fade buy. Well, I just made those low high. Like so, low would be fade buy, high would be fade sell. Okay. So I just renamed them to kind of give you. I mean, you're not wrong, Jonathan. I wanted to make it a little bit more neutral. I guess I wanted to make it a little more neutral and let the user decide whether they wanted to. Like with the trend signals, there's no neutrality. All trend signals are, in my opinion, are great and should be taken, right? Because the trend signals are, you are buying with trend, in trend, underneath trend, right? So there's like very little ambiguity as to the quality of this signal, and you see them all good. With the high low, you're actually, the market is selling off hard, and it's still on an uptrend, and you're kind of making bid underneath that big sell-off. So you are assuming a greater amount of risk. And so to me, and maybe this is where you would use, I certainly would use some degree of discretion. If I see a low underneath the 200, I would definitely step away from it. In this case, the high was above the 200, but it was on the opening of the market, and I was like, oh, there's so much volatility, it's probably gonna make me money, and it certainly would have if I just simply let it complete. I just I got spooked out of the trade, and I got entered badly. But you see what I'm saying? Like that's why I think the high low is a better descriptor, because it's not it's more of a state of play than a true signal, whereas a trend buy, trend sell is a really hardcore signal. Everybody understand what I'm saying? Kind of agree with what I'm showing you guys? Now, I'm not even close to being done. There's a lot of really cool things I can show you here. Let's just cycle through see where all the other charts are. So actually, interesting. S&P was in a sell mode. I was just we weren't here, but if you sold the S&P here, 9, and we're looking for just 1 point, so 1 2 would have definitely made it. If you traded 2 4, you probably could have made it. I'm sure. Let me see. 9, you had a 4 stop against it, was 13, and then came back down. You certainly could have made it. Dow would have stuffed you. Dow would have sold you down. It's interesting that. Oh, it's because it was a very, very sharp move in a Dow like this. Yeah, the Dow just kind of sold I think it sold. Looks like it sold the bottom. You had very little. You sell here 45. The low here was, maybe you would have made 5 if you tried for like a small 5 move. I'm actually, so I want to try something with you guys here. I want to get long Dow. This is again not a structure that is normal, but just bear with me. Let me see if I can. I'm going to try this. Ooh, it just bumped up on me. Let's see if I could. So there is a pattern I noticed that I really, really love trading. It's not something that is part of our canon, but it really works kind of interestingly well, especially when you trade to the upside. The pattern that I love to watch here, I'm just going to take this off screen and then I'll explain you the pattern. I'll let you know if this thing hits, if this thing works. What I love to see is after we have a sell-off, and looks like, yep, and I got done. Okay, so if you guys came in, that was a nice 5-point target in the Dow. And I'll explain to you why I sort of really like this pattern. It's a counter trend pattern, only to the upside. I only like to use it upside because obviously remember the stock market has an upside bias, but what it is basically is you coming out of the red cloud, right? And generally, the second or the third one is much better. Like if you have these early patterns, I stay away from them. You really want the red cloud to be significant because the whole idea is after the sellers are kind of done, they turn the price around and bring it up above the longer term SMA. And if they hold it, meaning okay, they closed it above that cloud, the chance that it's going to burst towards the longer moving average becomes super, super strong, right? And so like that turn, sorry, Peter, what's HA candles? You gotta, oh, Hank Heikkanashi. Oh, no, it's not necessary. I'm sorry. It's not necessary at all. I mean, I like Heikkanashi because it really gives you really, really clean look. But the problem, that I discovered yesterday as I was kind of doing it myself is they give you false prices. Like it's not, the Heikkanashi price is not the real price. So there's 3 or 4 point differential on the Dow, for example, between the real price and the market price. Sometimes it's better, sometimes it's worse because Heikkanashi averages prices out. And so I really didn't want to have any confusion. I just wanted to have like super clean mark-to-market prices on this thing. I think Heikkanashi also, by the way, works really, really well on the longer term charts. Like Heikkanashi is a great thing to do with an algo because the algo really, doesn't care. It's just going to take the price. It's going to stay in that volatility envelope and, do its thing. But, like, so, okay. Ooh, I was going to say, just before I started talking, I was going to say, let's trade this again. And it would have worked again, right? Like this whole pattern of like, let's come out of the red cloud and then you can scalp it for 5. And if it comes back in and then comes back out of the red cloud, you can scalp it for 5. That little tidbit of fun is really a lot of fun and something we could definitely do during live trading. I'm actually going to see if I got anything on the, no, I don't have any, you only do this like right over here where, like I actually did this before the market opened where it just came out of the red cloud over here. It was a great turn in the NASDAQ. Let's see what the, maybe the S&P is. Oh yeah, the S&P kind of came out over here. The S&P is really starting, like, again, we missed the move here at around 10. That would have been a good move for 10. Generally though, this kind of a scalp move is just much better on NASDAQ and Dow where you have lots and lots of points. S&P is very thick, so what are you going to get? Half a point on the move. On the Dow, you certainly can get 5, 10. On the Nasdaq, you certainly can get between 4 and 5 points on the reversal. So it's kind of I sort of really like it. Do you guys all see the little pattern? It's quick, but it's really it's really neat. It's basically the turn back to the mothership, turn back to the upside. So it's just another fun little thing we can do. When the market is in a down mode and trying to turn back up in our direction. Just looking around right now. I don't have any more signals. I'm not going to have any more signals in NAS. And the thing is that you notice that I've suppressed all the other additional signals. And trust me that even though you're not going to get a lot of signals, that by sticking yourself to the first one, it's going to make your life a lot more profitable. So instead of doing 20 trades in half an hour, you'll do like 3 or 4 over a period of 4 or 5 hours, but they're all going to be much more higher caliber trades. Right now I got nothing going on. I'm just putzing around. I want to take a look at currencies just for a second, and I think currencies on a 1-minute chart are they work. It's actually surprising, because you see this is a single trend cell that works for 5. That works for 5. This high does get would stop you out. This trend signal works. So again, you're 3 out of 4. Again, if you're using 5-10, which on a 1-minute chart you actually can get away with a 5-10 structure, you're still 3 out of 4 since 6 o'clock this morning in the euro. Here's Caddy. I have no idea what Caddy's doing here. So Caddy, I don't even start trading till about 6 in the morning. So okay, this is just a single signal. So that's +5. I think this one kind of would have. This is basically again a single signal because you're trading 11 to. Yeah, it just keeps you in the trade. I'm not sure this makes it. Actually, it does make it. So this if you had stayed in this signal, you would have made it for 5, and this is another 5. So you had like either it'd be 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 3, depending on just how much of a stretch you gave yourself on the stop. Still not bad. Here's pound. I have not looked at any of them today. I literally have not looked at any of them today. Now the other interesting thing is that for the U.S. traders, you can't do this, right? For anybody else, sometimes you get a contradiction between the high and the trend buy. So it means you get a short off the high, a long off the trend buy. You can actually take both sides. And sometimes I noticed that, especially if you have like a let's say a 15 stop, both sides will work themselves out. So in this particular case, the high +5 works out. The trend buy hasn't yet, but if we get a rally, that could work out. But even if you leave it alone, with cable you have winner 5, 5, 5, and I think you still managed to make 5 here. It's 45 down to 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. From 6 o'clock till about 9, 3 hours, cascading, 20 points in the pound. Hey, good job, Peter. Did you shorted the S&P? What did you do on the S&P? Because while I was talking, I totally missed everything on the S&P. Or you took my little wiggle to the upside. Oh, you took the wiggle to the upside. Good for you. Good for you. Yeah, I mean, that wiggle to the upside, such a fun trade. And so so intuitive. I mean, it's really the only way you want to do that trade is to the upside. I know it works sometimes to the downside too, but the whole idea is you got to be underneath the trend. Ideally, actually, if you ever get where this trade really works well, let me show this to you. Like, this is it. It really kind of works well, except in Nasdaq today. This really sucked over here, but it did. I did trade this from this angle. When you have a red trend in an uptrend, right, and you get the wiggle to the upside, that's a really great entry to the upside. Here, it died. I mean, just you could see today the profit taking move before the market open was a little severe. So you would have gotten clipped on this. But again, these are very reasonable trades. You're only trading them 5-10. So worst you're losing is 10 easily. You can easily make that back in the next hour or two of trading. So just kind of wanted to leave that out there for you. With NAS, you literally, if you wanted to go crazy, could probably trade, because NAS is so beautifully volatile. You could probably trade even the retake of the green. So in other words, you have to have price come back down below the green area, or ideally you want it to not just come down below, but kind of trade below and then recap, like right over here. You want it to trade underneath here and then recapture the green zone and close below the green zone. You could take that trade to the upside as well. Like over here, we recapture the green zone, and that was a clean trade to the upside. These are all just beautiful little scalping techniques in complement to the basic 1, 2, 3 setups that we have here. So like, actually, like, let's watch this. We have the opportunity here. So I'm watching NAS. If the NAS turns back up to the upside, meaning it recaptures the green area, the green cloud, with a close on the move, then I'll trade it to the upside just for fun. Why not? Why not? We'll have to see. Yeah. But the beauty of it is that you see that you're only entering once the buyers have established some sort of power, have recaptured the power from the sellers. So you're not chasing, you're not guessing. You're really just like right now, if we sort of end up at 17, that's going to be a bullish candle, and I want to be long that candle. But let's see if that happens. I got 12 seconds to go. Ugh. Yeah. 44 seconds. This candle could be the turn candle for us. Again, just scalping around, having fun. I need like another. I'm gonna put myself on my other computer screen so I can watch the Dow. Dow looks terrible. All the other indices look really weak on the very near term. Nope. I really want it to be above the cloud. So like maybe this one. This one runs away for us. Oh, all right, it's fine. Yeah, let's trade this we'll trade it with a 10-5. Let's see if that works. Oh, really running. Oh, big move. Big move. I hate chasing this candle. It's really extended hard. So it's well above. But all right, what the hell? Let's play it. Let's see if this works. I might have to just set this to 4 because it's really extended, and probably gonna go against me right now because I bought the top. It's very natural when you have such a big candle for it to retrace hard, but hopefully it doesn't retrace too long and then reestablishes a fresh high for us. But the reason why I was like, I really didn't want to chase this. Look at this. This is a 30 point candle, a 15, 20 point candle. It's just all the profit was in the candle. I'm just hoping that we get a little bit more extension here. We try to challenge the highs. Oh, I'm watching now. I was looking at the S&P. The S&P though is not a great thing. So this probably is going to stop me out because I, as we all know, when you chase a massively large candle, you're going to have to eat it, unless you're willing to put like a massive stop on this. Like if I put a 20 stop on this over here, underneath all of these wicks, then it becomes a little bit more of a positional trade, and you could trade it. I'm just not that interested in doing that. It's almost certain to stop me out. I'm not, yeah, because this was the big run. This is the big run off the move. Um, just looking to see if there's any price action in the Dow is just really dour. Like not a lot of price action. It looks like I'm going to get tagged out. Yeah, I got tagged out in my NAS, but that was to be expected. I really chased that crazily to the downside. I'm actually curious. Uh, I've seen this a million times here before. Um, if this, like I was going to say, if this candle stays above the green, it we'll give it another shot because why not? It's Friday. We got nothing else to do. I'm just curious for this because I've seen this a million times where you have a big extension candle, retrace candles, kind of holds the bid underneath here for profit taking, tries to make another move back up to the upside. All right, uh, paid up, paid up again, but let's give it a shot. All right, while this is playing around, um, and fooling around again, we're just fooling around. I wanted to show you how cool this is. These things are on a much better, bigger time frame, which is like the 1 hour time frame. Like much longer, um, much more durable time frames where you have chances that are much bigger in opportunity for you to find these things. So let me just kind of show you. This is like beginning of May, right? So this is euro. So if you're selling here, this is euro 25. It goes all the way down to, this is only about 10 points. I mean, I think you could, on the 1 hour chart, you probably would trade this with a 2040. You could probably trade it with 1020 also. But I think, if you wanted to give you, maybe the euro you could trade with 1020, and then the higher volatility pairs with a 2040. But you trade it with 1020, this certainly works. This works both ways actually. If you sell the high here, 63, you're buying it 44 plus 10 this way. There was a YM trend signal. Where was the YM trend signal? Oh, Jesus, I'm sorry, I'm missing. Yeah. No, you're right. Sorry, you're right. I'm I'm not paying attention to the YM at all. Sorry. By the way, I think this is what Peter is referring to. I just wanted to give you longer dissertation. You're absolutely right. I can't believe I missed this. Sorry, guys. That was actually like a legitimate signal. Oh no, I don't know. Where was the signal here? Where did you see the signal here, Peter? Are you using the same? Are you using the same configuration that I'm using? I don't see. I don't see the signal. So I don't know what you took. I mean, I'm glad you made the money, but I did not have anything pop up over here on my configuration. Okay. It looks to me like we're actually sort of negative bid here. The big question is, are we bottoming out? Is this the the 45-minute market open bottoming out? And now you try to trade the turn. And obviously the best performing index right now is the Nasdaq on a relative basis. So if we do run, it's going to be the Nasdaq that runs the most. Maybe your price action. We're using Heikinashi. Let me see. Maybe you had the. No, I don't know. I don't know. For some reason, I don't have any signal here on the trend, so I can't tell you. Yeah. So as I was saying, if we get the turn, it's obviously going to be Nasdaq that where the turn works best. I'm actually. I was going to show you my screen. I just made profit on that Nasdaq turn trade. So it was a little bit of a scalp that worked. It took a while to turn around, and again, not a great trade. But do you guys want to look at FX for just a second, since we're not getting any signals in the market, and you guys want to just take a look at how this shapes up on long-term FX, or you don't really care? You just want to scalp with me all day long? Because I was gonna take you to the 1-hour chart and just like give me let's do this randomly, because I think it's really important to show you without me kind of pre-configuring it. Type in a currency pair cross, ideally. Give me a currency cross that's a high volatility cross, and we'll look at it in the chart and see how well these signals pick up the turns and the trades in the cross. This is actually Nasdaq futures on a 1-minute chart. It's funny. Pound yen. Okay. Pound yen. Okay. So this is 1 hour, right? This is interesting. So okay. Scale, scale looks, I can't figure. I think we have to look at it this way. Yeah, that's the thing. I was like, scale is all compressed, so it doesn't look nearly as clean, as clear as possible. So trading pound yen, remember I said 2040 on the crosses. Let's see if we can, if that works. So clearly here, I think 04 20 done. If you're buying here, where are we? 66. I think you survived the 40, right? 66 to 82. Close. You definitely would. I would have moved it to break even here, but close. Let's say 1.5, because it made 15 pips here. This one actually, let's see if it 32 and then it slips again. 32 goes up to 46, comes back down to 02. So you survive the 40, then comes back up to 63. So again, 2.5 on the winning side. This is definitely a loser. You get stuffed over here. The the low, interesting. So if I'm trading the low here, it's 112, 60 would be my stop. It's 78, 13. I mean, the low, this is what I hate about FX, is on a 1 hour chart, if you'd bought this, right, you would have been floating this for like a day before it finally worked, but it would have worked. So again, so now you have 1, 2, 3, what I see, 1, 2, 3, 4. This one is a loser, so 4, 1. And then this one is not clear to me where we're in. So we're coming in 92. You were again 76. Once you're 15 in the money, you could go to break even. So let's say 5. And then this one, how much volatility? Let me get back here on the volatility. So I buy it at 05. It goes down. It's only about 15 points against me. I'm looking for a 20-point move. So again, this takes like a day to make 40 points, to make 20 points. But if you buy it at 5, I think does it go to 25? It goes to 25 all the way somewhere over here. So if you have the patience, this is something I would only do with I would only do like with an algo, because I would just go nuts, letting all this flow go. But you can see that if you have an algo that's super patient, that sits there for a day and a half holding for 20 points, you in this little segment that we just randomly chose, you had like at least 4 out of 5, maybe even 5 out of 5 trades on a trade basis. All right, let's see what Peter posted over here. What is this? I can't tell anything because I don't know if this is a 1 hour chart. Can you over here, Peter, the way you want to do this is you see this camera, take a snapshot, snap that, and then send, it'll give you a link, and just post a link right inside the thing. And then I can analyze and find out what your settings are. And we can figure out why you had a thing. Okay. All right. How about you give me another currency pair? Like how about pound Kiwi, like the world's most volatile pair? Let's see where it's giving us signals. So these are such volatile signals. So if you bought here 94.76, you went up to 94.91. You went like 15 points in the money before completely slipping out. So they got blown out. This was a buy. How much of a negative move against you was there? It was 81. It went all the way down to 44. So you sort of survived the 40s, and then it clearly went up to 20. So that was a winner. This one also slipped hard against you. It was 12. You came, you came down to 73, 72. So that was almost 40 points, and it came right back up. So, it came back up. All right, so Peter reposted his stuff. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what you got here. Micro Jones. What the fuck? Maybe your feed is different from mine. What is these? That is so weird. Okay, this is yours. And let's look at mine. This is why, like the problem is the 1 minute chart is just such a volatile little chart. I had a trend signal here. Why did you not have a trend signal here? Oh, you did. Oh, sorry. Hang on a second. I'm going to bring this up. You did have a trend signal here, except you had, why is your candles different from mine? I feel like your candles are different from mine, Peter. I don't know why. Look at the we have the high. Your trend by are you it's wow, that's just so weird. What is your settings on that thing? I don't see the settings. See, I need the settings. For some reason, you're not showing me the settings. You got to show me the settings. I think your settings must be different from mine. That's why you got it. You probably have like a 4-4. I wonder if I just simply changed my settings. You probably had different settings, so you were able to it tripped for you. Let's see if you had on the trend. You probably had it under 4, and that probably would have given you. Yeah, is that right? No, still doesn't give you. Or maybe it was 2. Jesus, so weird. Yeah, that's what it was. You had a 2 setting. That's what it was. It's actually you had a better setting. I actually have the wrong setting on this. So you had the better setting. Sorry. All right, good. Thanks for catching that for me, Peter. I have the wrong setting on this. So I had the 3 setting on this, which is why I missed it. Let me tell you why I have a 2 setting. 2 setting basically just says I only want 2 highs, 2 lows, and give me a trend signal. Because as opposed to a 5 setting when you're doing the fade move, the high low move, because you really want a lot of continuous moves against you before you find some exhaustive pattern. The reason why you want the setting to be 2 super early is because again you're just looking for a mild retrace within early trend to catch your moves, right? That's the whole point. You're just looking for a mild retrace with an early trend to catch your moves, because the earlier the retrace, if the trend is real, the earlier the retrace, the likelier the trade works. Even as a matter of fact, in this trade in the Dow, right? If you had a 2 setting, you came in over here at 50 and 91, you easily had 10 points on the move here, right? So just a good example. Yeah. I think I changed it. I changed it on my chart because I was fooling around with something, and when I went to live session, I forgot to change them to the defaults. I think you guys have the defaults probably, right? If you just click those links, you probably have the defaults. Does everybody else have the same? If you guys see the settings, your trade max filters should say 2 over here. Does it say it to you guys? Just want to make sure that's the default setting. We're starting to really sell off, by the way, here a little bit. Yours says 4 on both? Really? Okay, why don't you guys just manually, because I'm gonna have to update all of these things one more time, and then when I have to update in the final time, I'll do the default settings. But these on the fade max filtered, the setting should be 5. When you're fading, for the highs and lows, you want the setting to be 5. You want 5 consecutive, or 5, the counter to be set to 5. And then when you're doing trend, you want the counter to be set to 2, just super early. I want to be early in the trend. Okay. Does that make sense to you guys? You guys, you would go into this little wheel, and when it says fade counter, you just want to set it to 2. Okay. Excuse me. Should I screenshot that for you and post it? Okay. So those are the screenshots. Cool. So swan dive, right? We took about 20 points down in the NAS. Everybody looking ugly, very ugly. The S&P is right around that 4,200. We had a big move towards the 4,200, through the 4,200 overnight. Haven't been able to hold it. It really feels like they want to take it negative. We got 20 basis points to the upside. The S&P is only 10 basis points off the upside. There's no setups here, but it definitely looks like it, it wants to go negative. Relative strength still on the NAS here. We don't, again, no signals here, but if I were to scalp it here, I would take, I just, bought the 700 for like a bounce of about 3 or 4. I'll let you know, like 4 maybe here. Again, stupid trade. I'm buying the bottoms, but I'm just scalping today. I'll let you know if this trade works out. Again, off the menu trade. No real trades. I'm just buying it to see if they can hold underneath the 700. Probably not, because they usually like to roll right through it, go down into the 90s, and only after they sweep everybody up are they going to take it back up and buy it. But the fact that this candle kind of turned green on the close, I took a gamble. Again, these are not intelligent trades. These are just me screwing around here. But I'll let you know how it's going. Much more importantly is sometime in the next hour or two, we're going to get actual signals in all these trades, either upside to the downside. And this is starting a trend. So I'm actually going to close out my scalp for +2 on a bullshit move. Why is it not? Oh, that was weird. Oh, it's because it's moving up and down on, what is that's so weird. Oh, because it's touching the 200 SMA. The higher it goes. Okay, so that's super interesting. So it has a negative trend, but because it's just above the SMA, it's not giving me the trend signal. By the way, those of you who picked up the that actually worked, the 700 pop. I don't know if any of you played that to the upside. That was just a cowboy move, but it worked. It worked for a shot. The universal thing that I try to do here with you guys is we're always trying to kind of buy when they're selling, sell when they're buying, right? You're always trying to go opposite the very, very near-term price action to give yourself the best possible entry you can relative to the trend of where you think it's going, right? So far we're not going to get the trend sell signal here because it's above, but next couple of candles we actually might get a sell signal here. So I'll hang out with you guys. We're like over time right now, but it's been a very loosey-goosey session. Anyways, I just want to hear some impressions on what do you guys think about the mini max, about keeping the indicator to a single trade per trend slice. You don't have to do it. It gives you the opportunity to not do it. But yeah. I really like it. And see, by the way, look at this. This really came back hard off the sell-off. Again, relative strength on a NAS. NAS is definitely a relative strength trade. Now it gets crazy. Now let's see if we get a power move through the red cloud. You kind of want to buy it, even though it's totally bouncing off the bottom. Maybe I'm going to watch the next couple of candles. If we hold prices and then they burst through the 12s and hold the reds, you really got to go for this. Even though it's a V-shaped bottom and those tend to retrace a little bit, you still got to go for it. Oh, hey, forget that. Let's look at it. The Dow is actually legitimately giving us a look here. Let's play the Dow. Where's my thing? Where's my Dow? Okay, we'll give it a shot here. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for a second for a second burst up. I want the Dow to come back up. If this can hold the greens, I'll trade the Dow. It's got to close it around. Well, it is definitely closing around 32, 34. So that's good. That's good. Let's give it a shot. Still waiting. I want to be patient to make sure the candle completes before we get in there, and that's why you want to be patient. All right, good enough. I'll go 34s. Let's see if we can get 5 out of this thing. There we go. Nice clean, right? Nice clean little clip for 5 points. Just a beautiful, beautiful little scalp setup for us. Okay, that was fun, and that was actually more on structure than good job. And actually, it went actually 6 or 7 points that way, but good job on that. That was just much more on structure versus me trying to pick. Oh, damn! Look at this! Look at this! Look at this! Oh my God! Wow! Look at this move. Again, I hate making that move because the profit in the NAS just happened in that candle, right? It already happened in that candle. Like chasing this right now, probably a sucker bet. Probably a sucker bet. Should we do it? Just because it's there? No. All right. I'm gonna stay disciplined. We're gonna stay on our method. Had this been like at around 15, 16, that would have been good because it would have had lots of juice to go up there. I still think this, by the way, goes higher. I took it from my own account, but I'm not making that trade for you guys. Anyways, not a bad session, even though there's not much really going on over here. Lots of opportunities, though. There's going to be lots of opportunities. Look at the trend sell signals. Look at the high-low signals. Look at everything around you guys, and see if it works. Let me see if I'm fooling around here on this NAS trade and watching it. All right, fine. We'll leave it alone. But anyways, let me see if this is gonna work. Come on, baby. I would love to just. I'd love to leave you guys with a TP. Let's see if this is gonna work. Maybe not. Yeah, it's a dumbass trade to buy the top of the candle when it's got such a big move. Like, the rule of thumb is I don't want to be buying a candle that's 120% of my stop. My stop is 10 and the candle is 12. I really don't want to be buying it. This candle was basically right there at 12. It wasn't horrendous, but it was definitely a big extension. And now I'm just basically hoping that we get the power to pop up. But it's dying. Like it get me 2 or 3 points, but didn't quite get me 4 or 5. I'll have to be very patient with this thing. All right, I'm going to leave you guys. Everybody have a wonderful weekend. No trading on Monday. We have a holiday on Monday, Memorial Day. Enjoy the new variants. I think that you're really going to like them, and we'll discuss them in much more detail next week. And look at the longer term trades and stuff like that. And all of this, of course, we're going to be able to put into an algo, and that's going to make it that much better. Okay, come on, baby. Show me some good times here before I go. Give me my Friday present. Now, I need to see 24. I'm going to stay. I'm not gonna change my exits. I'm going to stay to 24, and it better go. And there it goes. Thank you very much. Now that is a way to end the week. It was my birthday yesterday, so this was my little present. Okay. Have a great weekend, guys. Everybody have a wonderful time. Enjoy. And any questions, let me know. But I hope you guys really, really all enjoyed this. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye-bye.